Our first match of the series with Byung Kim on the Blade Dancer on the blue side and Suwon Kim on his usual KFM on the red side.
Alright, let's see. There we go. The first initiate happens, but nothing happens.
Nothing happened. Out of everything that has happened, nothing happened. There's no damage going into either side, and they really didn't need to use any escapes there, so we have to see whether any more opportunities can come to either side.
Oh, he gets pulled into the aerial!
And KFM, Suwon Kim is looking to do a lot of damage, and he's still in the aerial and does get that grapple. And that was a very good combo coming from Byung Kim.
Oh, Suwon Kim using that amid frost to freeze himself out of the Phantom Grip into the aerial!
Into the aerial!
Counter!
And like you mentioned with the KFM, once it gets that opportunity, it can get some very decent damage onto it, but a constant aerial coming from both sides.
Ooh, Ascent this time around, just use the lightning draw, there we go!
Oh, lightning draw!
The back roll chase!
Actually, that's very well onto Suwon Kim, and right now
Suwon Kim is done for.
Onto the aerial, and will this be enough damage? He doesn't have any escapes available, and does get into the grapple and see what Byung Kim can do with this.
Alright, Suwon Kim, that back roll chase, amazing chase, another chase!
Oh, Suwon Kim looks done for. He's done for right now, and that's gonna be enough damage to end our first match of this series. Byung Kim very lightly and cleanly, like you mentioned, takes game one and gets G-Touring into a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Suwon Kim failed to force Byung Kim to use his tab escape.
Right.
So that's what he gets in return, and he gets chased 2 times in a row with the back roll and the windmill, and you're done. When you're out of escapes and you just have your back rolls, then you're gonna get chased. And I'm so happy that Byung Kim didn't miss any of the chases.
And I really want to see this where, you know, Byung Kim does take decent damage right here, but does save his escape, which gives him a lot of advantage in the later fight.
Yeah, so right now at this point, Suwon Kim tab escaped the knockback. Byung Kim was able to dodge that and just go straight into his offensive. And here we go, the back roll chase, and then the windmill chase. Oh, they didn't show it, but yeah, by this time,
well, we know that
Suwon
from
Kim
here,
is already done.
Yes, from here we know that was enough damage
to
end out the match, but very well played up by Byung Kim on the Blade Dancer. You said that KFM might have an advantage in multiple ways. I think Suwon Kim didn't take advantage of what he had.
Oh yeah, definitely. There were some moments when Suwon Kim could have dodged the second, Byung Kim's second win with the knockback, and you know, a certain point where Suwon Kim could have played it more aggressive, but I think it was the hat.
But right now,
you know, with big hat on. I don't know if you noticed.
You know, the hats, they play a big part.
Red hat covering his face.
Appearance plays a big part in how well you can fight. We know that in real life that it can happen. But you know, with Suwon Kim, you know, being usually the most reliable player on the side of G-Fan, now we see Wanshik Lee, the problematic one. Whether he can pull back, you know, pull G-Fan back into the game with a 1-to-1 series, or whether Kyungmin Park, you know, on his usual, you know, KFM, whether he can really get a good lead towards G-Touring.
Well, like, I don't want to bash on Wanshik Lee too much because, yeah, he did bad on the tag, but in singles, he has beaten Jung Ho-yoon twice.
Yes, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, so so we'll have to see how he plays this singles. And then we'll move on to tag.
Of course, you know, but right now, getting a win for G-Touring is very crucial because, you know, G-Fan 1-0 behind. If they lose another one, they'll be 2-0 behind. But right now, we have to see whether this will actually happen. But we will go to the match 2 of G-Touring versus G-Fan in our second singles of the match. We are here for the second match with G-Touring and G-Fam on both sides, but G-Fam really has to find a way back to get it even.
Alright, let's see how Kyungmin Park plays this KFM, because I am a fan of Suwon Kim. Oh, what was that Rising Dragon?
That did nothing.
That Rising Dragon was just wasted by Kyungmin Park, alright.
Maybe there's just a little bit of finesse.
Oh, the triple kick!
Without that, they can win, but Kyungmin Park, without that skill wasted, still gets
the Torrent combo into the aerial!
To nearly 30 into the aerial!
Another aerial!
This is not be it!
No, he has a second win, so he will live for a second.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, now it's Wanshik Lee going aggressive. Second win does nothing to Wanshik Lee, but he does get triple kicked again!
Kyungmin Park into the aerial, that's enough damage. The waste of the first skill that you mentioned, it was a sign of finesse. I can beat you without that skill.
Oh my gosh.
You seem shocked.
Oh my gosh, that triple kick. Because Wanshik Lee as a Blade Master, you know, you have to not always put up your guard because
Right.
triple kick breaks that guard, putting you into a stun. And you don't want to do that, especially against a KFM. A right click triple kick is just going to break that defense and put you into a stun. And he did that twice in a row.
Oh my goodness. And Gyeongmin Park achieving that dream with the KFM. As you can see the replay
That first
here.
triple kick right here. So here, Wanshik Lee saves the second win is, you know, it's good because he wants to take out all Gyeongmin Park CCs first. So here,
Yes.
this area, and then he uses his second win.
But consider that if in that first instance of damage, Witichi went from 100 to literally 30, would it be using the second win? Would that have been a better choice?
Oh, no, definitely not. It was smart for Wanshik Lee to save it because he took out nearly 3 CCs from Gyeongmin Park,
Right.
taking that much damage. Yeah, he did take that much damage, but it's smarter because after you second win, then you have an opponent with 3 to 4 less CCs.
Right.
So that is the reasons why the pros, they save up even though they take some damage to use a second win later or the tab escape. But he was unable to capitalize on that, and he just took that damage. He got triple kicked again.
Yes.
And he didn't have his tab escape then.
And I
he
think,
just
you know, I think it's
finished it.
less of Wanshik Lee playing bad, but I think it's just more of Gyeongmin Park playing fantastically.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with that wasted skill in that first 2 seconds of the match, we were just laughing at him.
Yeah.
But you know, that was just a sign of finesse that he wanted to show. And G-Tearing getting some of that popularity vote right back on the track.
Yeah. But right now, 0 to 4, G-Fam is still on 85. So let's see if they are able to take this tag team.
Because right now, you know, if they lose a tag team, it could be the same series as the first one we had today. And you know,
4-0.
G-Fam losing 4-0 is not something that we expect. Although, you know, we can say that these teams do have a little bit of even sides to going towards each other. But 4-0 is not what we expect for G-Fam.
Or maybe it is that thing, you know, it is that promise that G-Touring made that if they lose, they're going to disband. And let's see what's going to happen in this third tag team against G-Touring versus G-Fam.
And we are here for the potentially the last match of this series between G-Touring and G-Fam. And G-Touring looking one step closer to keeping their promise of keeping their team alive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can say that. But anyways, yeah, if G-Fam wins this, it'll be 2-2 and it'll go to the last singles. But right now, the start is very bad.
Gyeongmin Park on the KFM with the Suwon Kim on the same KFM as the KFM mirror match. But actually, KFM on the Gyeongmin Park doing a decent damage in the early stages.
All right, Gyeongmin Park landing that triple kick again. And Suwon Kim,
Gets
tab
into
into the aerial. Tremor into the continual CC right now. Second win knocks him down.
And both teams right now, they're both out of their second win and have very little escapes left. So whether to see how aggressive they go with this escape differences.
Ooh.
Oh, they do tag out though with the Woman Child on the Warlock coming in for G-Touring.
Doing so
much
damage!
Decent damage onto Wanshik Lee.
Tag out. I'm telling you, tag out.
He just tagged in, so he wants to stay a little longer, but this has been the problem
Tag
with
out.
Wanshik Lee. And I'm sure his teammates are screaming at him, telling him to tag out. But right now, he's alive for now. Whether this will pay off for him in the big time, we'll see.
All right, he does do a little bit of damage. And he is staying in there, but he has no escapes left.
Oh my goodness.
He's out of Flock Blaze, and he's
he
out of time
finally
escape.
listens to his teammates and gets out. But I think that was actually the first time he didn't tag out. Maybe it was a good choice. He does get a good amount of damage before he does tag out.
All right, Min Jung-ho comes in to avenge her boyfriend,
Right.
Wanshik Lee, doing that super sunflower damage.
The best type of avenging is the one, and she is doing very well with that.
Yes.
Getting good damage onto the cat on the Gyeongmin Park. Oh, but it gets into the area on the Min Jung-ho. Oh, and actually looking very good in the early stages.
All right, Gyeongmin Park beating on the cat. What did the cat do to you?
Oh man, I wouldn't want to beat on the cat, but this is a different match, so we have to see how this turns out. Min Jung-ho does get into the area once again. The continuation damage from Gyeongmin Park on the KFM.
Ooh.
Oh, and the cat does try to annoy him just a little bit more.
Yep, he's running away from the cat right now. He's running away.
I would run away from cat, but he's running away from the cats right now. But this is a very scary match for Gyeongmin
Oh,
Park.
the second win.
Oh, we're getting
I mean,
into
the
some
Rising
damage.
Dragon.
Right now, Min Jung-ho is out of both escapes. And Kyungmin Park does have that escape left, and we have to see how this turns out, but Kyungmin Park looking decent right now.
All right, Min Jung-ho is able to heal, stay alive. She does get her tab escape back, but she is stuck, gets pulled in by the Rising Dragon.
She might have to use the second escape here, but she doesn't. She keeps it for now, but does she takes a considerable amount of damage, and she uses it now. She uses it now, and does tag out onto Suwon Kim on the KFM, back again.
All right, the tag point looks so much better for G20 right now. Expected from a team from last year.
Yes. And
the lightning draw hits.
The lightning
Second win
draw
is
coming up to the and Byung-Woo Kim on the blade dancer, making a statement as soon as he comes in. Warlock Woo Bin-cha coming back onto the field.
Hits. Suwon Kim doing a lot of damage on Woo Bin-cha.
And Woo Bin-cha doesn't use the tab escape yet, and he does get the familiar out, trying to see what he can do with it.
All right, now Woo Bin-cha has his tab escape with the familiar out. He has to make his move before the familiar goes away, and he's slowly making his way to Suwon Kim right now.
And Suwon Kim does get his escape back in 5 seconds. Whether the familiar can do something about that.
The back roll.
The defense interference comes in, offensive interference, but the reactive interference coming in from G-Fam. Min Jung-ho coming into the field, trying to make a statement, but nothing really happening for G-Fam, and G-Fam looks very behind, trying to have a hard time right now coming back to the game.
Suwon Kim trying to play aggressive. Trying to do some damage. The familiar is gone. The tremor lands. Second win is used.
Woo Bin-cha, this is his chance. Second escape is gone. This is a chance for Suwon Kim, but he's taking a lot of damage. Perhaps he needs to tag up. Right now, that's a good damage onto him. Whether he's going to get the full combo in, we'll see. But the interference coming in from both sides right now, and we'll see how this transpires.
All right, Woo Bin-cha tags out. They are both at 0 tags, so
Kyungmin getting into the area onto Won-Shik Lee as soon as he tags in. So Won-Shik Lee very dissatisfied with how he played that out, but very good play by Kyungmin Park.
All right, Kyungmin Park has 0 tag points, so he has to stay out for another minute 20 seconds against Won-Shik Lee and Suwon Kim's 2 interferes.
Aerial onto the Won-Shik Lee, but nothing really coming from it. But Won-Shik Lee takes a small amount of damage, whether he can do something about it. He gets into the aerial. And the different interference coming in from both sides.
Double aerial by Suwon Kim with the
tag. That's a decent amount of damage onto Kyungmin Park. Decent is a small word for that.
Yeah, that was definitely not decent. That was tons of damage right there.
Goodness. Good amount of damage coming into Min Jung-ho. Getting some of the HP back, but Kyungmin Park looking for the risky play right now. If he takes just a few amount of damage, and Min Jung-ho does knock out Kyungmin Park, where G20 looks very advantageous throughout this entire tag match. They do go behind one man.
Yeah, Byung-Woo Kim comes out, does a lot of damage to
onto the aerial.
Won-Shik Lee, the lightning draw. Will it not come out because he just puts him down to the ground?
And the continuation damage not onto the big pillars, but another aerial.
Another power driver. What is going on?
Byung-Woo Kim, right now he's doing very well. Won-Shik Lee doesn't have any answers
necessarily. Another knockback. I knocked down.
My goodness, Won-Shik Lee.
Dodges the
and the ultimate doesn't hit.
No, it does hit. It does hit,
but it could have been more damage. But right now, they're looking for the counter attack
on the Dragon Tongue with the tremor.
And actually, very good amount of damage. And Woo Bin-cha on the Warlock coming back, but very slim set health on both players on G20 right now.
All right, they're all out of tag and interfere points for another minute and 20 seconds when they get interfere points back.
And this is looking.
Nobody will get their tag points back. So Woo Bin-cha is out there for another minute 30. Won-Shik Lee is out there for another 45 seconds. So it's just a 1v1.
Whether it can, for now, but 45 seconds does have the advantage towards Won-Shik Lee because he does get the force tag a little bit earlier so he can get the safety of his other teammates. But right now, Won-Shik Lee, trying to get some plays going, but 30 seconds before the force tag.
Oh yeah, but he is gonna be he's gonna have a hard time staying alive.
Does take more damage.
He's gonna have a hard time.
This is gonna be the death of Won-Shik Lee. Woo Bin-cha doing very well regardless of whether he had any escapes left, getting decent damage onto Won-Shik Lee and killing him off. Now it's even on both.
All right, Min Jung-ho comes in, tries to revenge his boyfriend's death.
Again?
Her boyfriend's, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. But Min Jung-ho is back on trying to finish this game because getting off Woo Bin-cha right now, killing him off would be a huge advantage over the G-Fam.
All right, doing a lot of damage to Min Jung-ho.
Trying to get some counter damage onto Woo Bin-cha, onto the cat, swinging the hammer and see nothing coming from it. But Min Jung-ho right now doing pretty decent, trying to finish up Woo Bin-cha before the force tag out.
Yeah, Woo Bin-cha is all out of his escape, same as Min Jung-ho, the first CC will determine who is able to kill.
Oh, this
and
is
it
a
seems
good
like
damage.
Woo-Bin-Cha is the
And
one.
Byung-Woo Kim is the only player out. Min Jung-ho can finish the game right here. But actually, Byung-Woo Kim does see the damage and knocks out Min Jung-ho. This is going so much back and forth.
Oh, gosh. All right, so it's a 1v1 for 2 minutes.
Oh, so much action going both ways because right now one team seems so advantageous, but
Oh, the Rising Dragon pulls him in.
back. This is very
Clear
even.
combo.
Byung-Woo Kim, right now he has to hold on because nothing else
All right,
to rely
triple
on.
kick.
He does have escape on both sides right
Tremor
now.
land, second
but
win.
right now, Byung-Woo Kim does
Pulls
get
him
the
in.
escape out, and he's the lack of
the
damage.
KFM ult! The KFM ult finishes him off.
What a match! G-Fam
Oh my
brings it
gosh.
back to even from the epic tag match going back and forth. We didn't know who was going to win because every
my
time
God.
someone had an advantage, the other team brought it right back, and it just
back
went
and forth.
back and forth and back and forth, and now it's just over, and somehow G-Fam got the victory.
Oh, not somehow. That was just, that was amazing.
Oh,
On both sides. Now it's tied 2-2. We have our 4th set left, which is a single.
Yes.
Who will come out? I don't know, but I don't care. This tag match just made my day.
Wow, that was it. Now it's up to
Oh.
the decider match. We will see that same amount of action. Of course, we can't say the same amount of action in the singles, but if we get the same type of determination from both sides, G-Touring, they had their momentum, but G-Fam brought it back right now with this incredible tag performance they showed today, and they're going to translate over to the singles.
Wow, so here, Suwon Kim just reflects and tremors. Kyungmin Park comes in here, area with Woo-Bin-Cha doing a lot of damage to Wanshik Lee right now with the offensive interfere. And we just keep going back and forth. And this time around, Wanshik Lee and Suwon Kim's double knockup.
Yes.
Very good, making them waste their interfere.
But Wanshik Lee, we have to mention about him because I always struggle to tag out at the right time. And he didn't tag out at that first instant. But you know, getting a few more damage in might have been all the difference because right now we saw that it was a slim amount of difference that really ended the game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And now Wanshik Lee is out. Yeah, so like I think Wanshik Lee needs maybe like 3 to 4 minutes until he's actually in the game.
Right.
So the first 3 to 4, as long as he doesn't die, he plays well.
Maybe his headset's off.
Yeah.
Maybe his headset's off for the first 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't care about what teammates, you know, what his teammates are trying to say.
Byung-Woo Kim comes in, just knocks Min Jung-ho out, and 1v1. So the 1v1 at the end, Suwon Kim and Byung-Woo Kim, they both had all of their escapes. They were at basically 50% health mark. It's just Suwon Kim is able to just take on Byung-Woo Kim, landing all his CCs, landing his chases. Just amazing play by both teams, but a little better on G-Fam side.
And we have to give props to both sides because neither side played terribly. And both sides played incredibly towards both sides, making it such an exciting match. But we will go to the last match of the series with Byung-Woo Kim on the Blade Dancer and Suwon Kim on the KFM. We're going to see this matchup again and see who picks out the win on this singles for the decider match of the series.
So on the first set, this was the first set match where Byung-Woo Kim was able to take the victory, and the last matchup of the tag was Suwon Kim versus Byung-Woo Kim, but Suwon Kim was able to beat him, getting the tag point.
Very much, and this is a continuation of that story.
This
and
is a sequel.
Right now, both sides are equal. With Byung-Woo Kim and you know Suwon Kim, they both have good wins on each side, and we can see how this actually translates into the final match of this series between G-Touring and G-Fam. Let's see who makes it to the third and final match of the day. Here for the rematch, and all the fans for both sides are still here cheering for both sides right now. And Blade Dancer Byung-Woo Kim on the left and Suwon Kim G-Fam on the red side. We'll see whether this rematch produces a different result.
All right, there we go. Let's see. If I were Suwon Kim, I would win this match no matter what.
You would risk your life trying to win this
There we go,
one.
Rising Dragon. They both pull each other in.
And this is one of the escapes out from both sides right now.
And Mid-Frost is used by KFM.
And we can see Suwon Kim definitely having a little more aggressive performance right now. Does get knocked down. But we have nothing coming from both sides with the tab escape out from Suwon Kim. He does get him into the aerial and tries to look for the continuation damage onto the combo. And he does get to the aerial once again, and that is a decent damage onto Byung-Woo Kim. And another aerial! Oh, getting to the third aerial.
Now he has to be careful for the second win, and he gets stunned!
Oh my goodness,
now
he gets to the aerial.
Now it's Byung-Woo Kim's turn because he is out of escapes. he's gonna just be getting hit for the next 5 seconds.
The full combo should be coming its way because he has no escape. Right now, he does get a tab escape back. Whether he can use that, Down Kim does get a little bit of health back, and the lightning draw coming in. And Suwon Kim now, he has to look for more advantage going forward.
All right, so Suwon Kim is back out of his escapes. So they both have to make their way into landing a CC right now. Byung-Woo Kim gets his CC back, but he lands it first.
The
it is finished.
Is this going to be the finish? And going to the second aerial, trying to look for the finish right now onto the grapple, where they can get the continuation damage. Right now, Suwon Kim has no escapes they can use to come out of that.
Deja vu.
Oh, this is coming back. This is coming back. Blade Dancer with
he gets out of it.
He does get out of it, and he does get his escape back. So it might be his last chance to pull it back for his team.
Oh, lightning draw to just finish it off. Suwon Kim loses technically 3 times or twice. Byung-Woo Kim!
Byung-Woo Kim is so composed. And I'm sure Wednesday got the announcement that the rematch was happening. I'm sure, just as nervous as Suwon Kim would have been, Byung-Woo Kim would have been equally nervous, but he didn't show it in this play.
Wow, actually, it did play out better than the first and the fourth match. Well, this was technically the 4th match, but yeah, it definitely played out better. It's just Suwon Kim had one good play where he reflected that drag and he was able to counter stun and go on the offensive, but the second time around, the mid-late game, he was unable to do that, and that was his downfall.
And Suwon Kim onto that first combo into the triple aerial.
Yeah.
We thought he was going to do much more damage right there, but with being out of his skin, he does get stunned into the aerial, and we saw in that replay. But this was the beginning of Suwon Kim's downfall, because right now I think he could have gotten much more out of the aerials that he had in the first game.
Yeah, well, it was well played by Byung-Woo Kim as well, taking only 50% damage, and this time around, all right. So from here on out, did they skip the part where he missed that?
I think so.
Yeah, they definitely skipped it. But anyways, right before this,
so unfortunate.
Yeah, there was a moment where Suwon Kim missed. Yeah, missed.